jungle where nature's running wild. Coming to the rescue is a very special child. Talking to the animals and swinging from a vine. This rough and tough adventurer is working all the time.
Hola amigos, it's me, Diego, and we're going to have a fun today. Speaking of fun, how about we play some games? Yes, it's very nice. I have a bright idea. I have a lot of different pictures of games in my bag. Let's see. Wow! Can you help me to choose what the best games that will develop my skills? Great! What do you think the best game, amigos? Oh yes, Philippine traditional games. That's right, amigos, and thank you very much. What are you waiting for? Let's play! Come on! It doesn't require material in this game. Mechanics of luksong tinik. Two players serve as the base of the tinik by putting their right or left feet together. A starting point is set by all the players, giving enough runway for the players to achieve the higher jump, so as not to hit the tinik. Players of the other team start jumping over the tinik, followed by the other team members. Stones, sleepers, trees, and etc. used for their base markers as one of the materials. Mechanics of agawan base. There will be two bases. Each base has equal members. Mark your base with the base markers. Assign a member to guard your base. To capture the opponents, you must tag them. The captured opponent will be the other team's prisoner. To steal the base of the opponent and win, you must touch their base. Stretchy garter are needed in this game. Mechanics of 10-20. One pair faces each other from a distance and has the garter stretched around them in such a way that a pair of parallel lengths of garter is between them. The members of the other pair then begin doing a jumping or routine over the garter while singing a song. Each level begins with the garters at ankle height and progresses to higher position, with the players jumping nimbly of the garter while doing their routines. Marbles are needed in this game. Mechanics of Holland. This game is where players should hold the ball called Holland in their hand, then throw it to hit the player's ball out of the playing area. Whoever obtains the most marbles wins the game. Players can also win the game by eliminating their opponents by aiming and hitting his marble. Players need to be very accurate to win. Water and chalk are needed in this game. Mechanics of buwan-buwan. Players draw a circle on the ground representing the moon and must stay inside this circle. Meanwhile, one player acts as the bakunawa, the mythical giant sea serpent who would eat the moon. He may not enter the circle but must touch another player who is inside it in order to switch places. Pair of coconut shells and rope are needed in this game. Mechanics of sangkayaw. Each team is composed of 10 to 12 players. At a given signal, the first player of each team walks with his coconut shell towards his goal line. Upon reaching the goal line, he turns around with his stilts and returns to the starting line. The second, third, fourth after the last player will do the same. The first team to finish the race wins. A team whose player walks more than 2 steps after a fall will be disqualified. A team whose player falls twice is disqualified. Pair of bamboo stilts are needed in this game. Mechanics of kadang-kadang. At the signal get set, the players stand at the starting line with their stilts. At the signal go, the players mount their stilt and start walking. The first player that reaches the finish line without getting off the stilts win. A player lost if he gets off the stilts twice before reaching the finish line or gets off the stilt after 2 steps. 10-meter bamboo pole or any branches of tree and red flag are needed in this game. Mechanics of Palacebo. The first climbers will position himself at the foot of the pool while other participants stand behind him and wait for the chance to show their individual climbing skills. The first participant will scamper up the pool using only his bare hands and feet to try and reach the flag as fast as he can. 2 pieces of stick are needed in this game. Mechanics of Shuttle. The 2 teams now decide on the initial hitters by playing Jack and Point game. Whoever wins become the initial hitters. They take their stand behind the furrow or at the base, while the pitchers positions themselves a few meters opposite the base. The hitter's first player now proceeds to the start, the first level, second level, and third level of the game. Washer is needed in this game. Mechanics of Sipa. The Sipa is then thrown upwards with the player tossed using their foot. The player must not allow the sipa to touch the ground by hitting it several times with their foot, and sometimes the part just above the knee. The player must count the number of times that he was able to kick the sipa. The one with most number of kicks wins the game. There are no material needed in this game. Mechanics of Luksong Baka. At the start of the game, there should be one player called Taya. The player should avoid contact or failing over the Baka player while jumping over. The Baka player should start with a bed kneeling position. All players are to jump over the Baka until all the players have jumped. Water or tubig, chalk, charcoal, or tape are needed in this game. Mechanics of Patintero. A time limit of 2 minutes is given to each team to score. Once the limit elapses, the line guards assume the position of the passer and vice versa. Passers are supposed to cross the lines from the starting point and back. 4 line guards are positioned on the vertical line and 1 on the horizontal line of the court. Their feet always be on the line. Line guards tag the passer with powered hands. If any passer is tagged, the line guard immediately assumes the position of passer even if the 2-minute limit has not elapsed. Mechanics of Bahay Kubo. They are split into pairs with each pair facing each other. Members from both pairs face the center. Each pair then does a hand clapping or routine while singing Bahay Kubo or Leron Leron Sinta. In the middle of the song, each pair exchanges routines with the other. Mechanics of Taguan. Decide among the group who is the first 8. The 8th person gets to decide a base, and from there, he or she closes his or her eyes while counting to 60. After the countdown, the 8th person will start to find the other players. If he or she located a player, he or she will shout the name of the person seen, then touch the base. Then the person will be the next 8. Hiding players can save themselves by touching the base while the 8th person is looking. Once they save themselves, they cannot be called.
Ria! Bryan! ganiya guys.
Empty can and sleepers are needed in this game. Mechanics of Tumbang Peso. Players must have sleepers to hit the can precisely. The 8 must never go to the player zone unless he or she will tag a player without sleepers. Players must never go to the 8 zone unless he or she throw the sleepers. Players must throw the sleepers or else he or she will be the 8 in the next round. The 8 will take the can 3 times if every player misses the can and no players are in the player zone with his or her sleepers. And the 8 will never tag a player if the can is knocked out. No materials are needed in this game. Mechanics of Ubusan ng Lahi. The game will start with only 1 8 and then try to find and tag other players. Once one player is tagged, they will then help the 8 to tag the other players until no other participant left. Long hard rope are needed in this game. Mechanics of Tug of War. An equal number of players pick up each end of the rope. The player begin tagging the rope when the referee gives the signal. Each player pulls backwards as hard as they can. The teams continue pulling until the center of the rope crosses where the referee is standing. The game ends when the referee declares one team has successfully pulled past the center. Mechanics of Pico. Throw the stone on the marked area. The player whose stone is the nearest to the line is the first to play, and the stone farthest is the last one. The first player will throw the stone at the first box, then he will jump across the area without stepping in the first box. The first player to reach the last box wins. Mechanics of Langit Lupa. The 8 is the one is going to chase all of the players while in the game. He is not allowed to chase a player who's mounting on any climber above the lupa or ground level. Every player from the ground level can be chased and tagged by the 8. If the 8 was able to tag them while on the ground, then the tag player will go to replace the position of the 8. Therefore, each player within the ground must run as fast as they can and find a climber to save themselves from being the next. Trumpo or top are needed in this game. Mechanics of Trumpo. It can be played by a group or by single player only in a form of exhibition. Exhibition is done by spinning it in a flat surface and by observing how the duration and quality of spinning. Kite with long string are needed in this game. Mechanics of Saranggola. This game played usually every windy season in empty places. They can be of any form. The important thing is it can freely fly. The one with the most beautiful design will have a good score. Another factor to be considered is its ability to fly in the farthest capacity. Mechanics of Sungka. For the first turn, a player may decide which of the 7 houses directly in front of him and he wishes to begin with. He picks up all of the shell from his chosen bahay and he should then move his hand around the board in a clockwise direction. Where you release the last shell from your hand is very important. If you land in your own head, then you may continue your turn from any of your houses. Mechanics of Luksong Lubid. 2 people will hold both ends of the rope while the rest of the players are filed in a single line. One player must go in and play first. The rest of the players will follow what the first player did. They should keep jumping. Yay! We're done playing traditional games. It is very fun and excitement. You know what, amigos? The application of these games in reality was not just all about physical, but it also incorporates our mental, emotional, intellectual, and social aspect. With this, we can learn abilities that can help us to face challenges in our everyday life and can also be used in our future professional work. That's it, amigos, and thank you for watching.